This week we got a brand new meta, and it was like going from BC forest fires to Walmart air conditioning for the mind. There weren't a ton of matches, but we still had some great performances that are worth shouting out. Starting with the rookie of the week, SugarFree. Lenny Time is back in full force now that they let Bro out of Sombra and Echo prison. You wouldn't think this is the meta for him, but he was going hog wild on the Genji. Even though Vancouver lost the Battle of Canada, SugarFree had a great game and was responsible for the majority of their fight wins. I don't care that it might have been a little bit of a nano blade crutch. Sometimes you just have to go back to your roots. Maybe he just had to ride that nano blade wave of nostalgia to go back to the 14-year-old prodigy that will destroy Overwatch as we know it. I'm also gonna call Lenny the flex DPS of the week because fuck it, he was keeping it honest. And I mean, it's crazy to call perma nano blading honest, but in a world of Torbjorn and Bastion players, it's kind of true. The first tank of the week is Hanbin, and anytime he has a legitimate reason to play Junker Queen, he will be the tank of the week every time. He is just that good. Truly, expect Hanbin to be here until the very end of Owl because no one else stands a chance. And this felt different from earlier this year where he just needed to hard carry so badly that he had to lock the queen. But this time, there's an argument that can be made, especially if you're Hanbin, that Junker Queen is indeed the pick. With his perma speed pocket from Bliss, he ran circles around Poker Face. We need an international flight ban on Hanbin with the way he was chaining his axe swings and cutting down the opposition. Bro is an ecological threat. The second tank of the week is Hottie. The Reinhardt isn't looking too good on this patch, but after the tragedy of Nambani, Hottie pulled out the Orisa to secure their play in appearance in a win over the Valiant. He was confidently making ambitious plays, running down Seeker like he was on a hit list, and was all around a solid frontline presence that let the rest of the Spitfire do their jobs well. Basically, think of Hottie's Orisa like his normal Reinhardt gameplay, but also with more accessible crowd control, more survivability, and more range. And you know what, we may as well give him the entire US Army at that point. Like, god damn. The hit scan of the week is Prophet, showing that even when Toby didn't believe in him, God did, and he owned the dynasty for the second time since being dropped. Now that Mickey Mouse the hero has been space lasered off the face of the earth, Prophet can show his true self as the second coming of Ons. Mechanically, this kid is absolutely insane, and Solar kicking themselves that they couldn't manage to find some way to keep him around. If you aren't going to play Void in any capacity, maybe you should just send him packing and keep the guy who can 1v9 on Widow even when his team has no business winning. His Bastion was also on top of things with good cooldown rotation and heads up plays that made the dynasty look like losers, and maybe that's because they are. The bonus DPS of the week is Merit. This guy must have gone to the bank and taken out a loan for not just a new home, but the entire downtown Dorado area. He runs these streets. The shots he hit were not just impactful and plentiful, they were the kind of shots you'd see put in a montage even if it was the only thing you did for the entire team fight. He hits those shots back to back to back like it isn't a big deal. Birdring also gets a shout out because that Florida Boston game was absolutely insane. He had some moments that just should not happen. I don't know what was going on with the Widow play in this series, but it was on a different level. The flex support of the week is Sermon Jed. His raw stats weren't that impressive, but he was crucial for finishing off targets with the help of Spectra's Echo Poke or people that Hydron would leave low while shooting at their backline from a different continent. He showed that the schizo Twitter gifs are not all in their head and that Toronto are actually a threat in this new meta. If this keeps up, the Defiant could end their season above mid, and that would completely upset the balance of the universe. This could result in some weird stuff like Toronto not blowing up their roster during this offseason. The main support of the week is Bliss. Not only did he give Hanbin the fattest pocket, but he was doing everything right. Edison was well supported with his form usage, MCD was kept out of harm's way, which is like an impossible task, and he was weaving in and out of the enemy team, disrupting them and showing that it is not Jover for main supports everywhere. We've seen Bliss make big plays sporadically throughout this season, but with his DPS DPS players finally using their hands, he could go even further. The bonus supports of the week are Fitz and Proper combined, and I'm giving it to both of them because they both played an insane map on Illari, and it's my list, so I can do whatever I want and you can't stop me. Fitz did way too much on Eichenwald for his team to completely cave to Kevster on Genji. Like, maybe New York could have benefited from a brig of some sort, but Fitz is valid on this pick when he's floating up to the sky like Jesus and being the lobby admin. Proper, on the other hand, looked like he was playing a damage hero. He had good pylon usage and was smart, but like he was just shooting them and killing them. I don't know. Anyway, let me know who I snubbed in the comments down below, and if you like this video, be sure to subscribe for more pro Overwatch content. Have yourself a good one. Deuces.